Howdy people. I think it's time began me discussions on yoga. Yoga, one of my favourite things, probably is my favourite thing in the whole world, to be honest. I've been practicing yoga since January this year, and that's consistently practicing it. So, I've been doing probably minimum 3 sessions a week of yoga, like going to actual classes, not just practicing at home. Probably really averaging like between 4 and 5 classes a week, but definitely getting at least 3 classes in a week. Now, when I started in January, I'd done a little bit of yoga beforehand over like the previous 2 years, but it was mainly just practicing at home, doing off YouTube videos, and probably not really putting all the effort into it, if I'm honest. So it's been a blessing, and it's been massive. It's helped me progress massively by going to actual classes. So that's something that I want to put out in the video, is like, if you're looking to start your yoga journey, or you're looking to get into fitness and you're not sure what to do, give yoga a try. Give a yoga studio a try. I promise you will not regret it. A lot of the yoga studios now are doing offers for your initial sign up as well. So I know my studio where I train, hand on heart, like one of the best studios I've ever been to. It is the best studio I've ever been to. It's Liverpool Yoga Studio, which is based on Great Crossall Street near Marylebone in Liverpool city centre, and they've got ridiculous amount of classes on. They do like 4 or 5 classes a day, and they also do spinning classes. They do something called KO8, which is like circuit training. It's like resistance based circuit training. They have the hot studio and a non-hot studio for the yoga, and I think they're starting to introduce meditation classes as well, which is very exciting. So I'm looking forward to getting into a few of them. And so I've just come from a yoga class now. It was called Restorative Flow in the hot studio, with a lady who's just moved over to Liverpool from San Francisco. Her name's Debbie. She's a fantastic teacher. I constantly having amazing experiences in her yoga classes, having breakthroughs, getting to new parts, new postures, new breakthroughs with me postures, sorry. So it's something you notice quite a lot with yoga, is that once you get into it, once you're 3-4 weeks into it, you really do notice the changes that are going on with your practice. But then you also notice the changes that are going on in your mind, and the changes that are going on with how you are with your everyday life, because yoga brings so much more to the table than just a healthy body or a fit body or losing weight or whatever. I mean, it does all of those things. That's what people are going to exercise for, obviously, because they want to drop some weight, they want to tone up, they want to get more bendy, they want to whatever they want to do. But yoga can do all of that, plus it can help you with your mental health. It can help you with the stored emotions that you've got, because a lot of our emotions and our traits, our general day-to-day behaviours are locked in tightness in the body somewhere, and a lot of it gets stored around here in the groin and the hip area. So there's a big focus in a lot of yoga practices, to open those areas of the body up. I've got, like, my hips are so open, and I always tell people how strong I am emotionally. Now, obviously, the hips weren't open when I first started, and I wasn't as emotionally stable when I first started either, but now I am. So you can make of that what you will, but in my opinion, it's yoga that's brought me, obviously, as well as education, but yoga has brought me the ability into my life to be able to just let things be, accept things as they are, and don't let them, mess with me head and mess with me emotions, which is something that a lot of us obviously have done, and a lot of us do it all the time, and we don't really catch ourselves doing it. We just do it, and then obviously want sympathy off others for whatever it is that's been bothering us, or the bad thing that's gone on in our life, which was to our detriment, and we're we're trying to put blame on something and be like, you know, it's not fair, why does this have to happen to me? But in all fairness, like, it's a choice to feel the way that you feel over it over a period of time. It's not your choice to have your initial instinctual reaction. That just happens on autopilot. But the fact that people, not you personally, but people dwell on it, that's a choice. So my point was doing some yoga and getting into it and working on those hips and those groin areas, opening them up. It's such a lovely feeling inside, but working on those helps you with your mental health, helps you with your emotional state. And one of the other amazing things about yoga or practicing a proper yoga studio is you'll meet people. Like, you'll meet absolutely phenomenal people. I can't count on my hand, I couldn't count on my hands, obviously, how many amazing people I've met through going to Liverpool Yoga Studio and through being more of a yogi and putting myself into like yoga retreats and things like that, rather than going on a holiday and getting pissed for a week. I go on holiday and do yoga for a week and feel absolutely amazing when I come home. And you know, it's just, and you still have that fun that you want to have when you're away. You still have that break, but at the same time you're working on yourself and you're networking basically with a lot more consciously minded people who are living in the moment and not living in the head and living in the past and living in the future. So I just wanted to share the power of yoga. So if anyone does resonate with this video in any way, i.e. you do yoga yourself at home, or you're thinking about doing some yoga, or you're just looking for something to do which is going to help you with your mental health, or help you with losing weight, or help you with getting more flexible or more strong, or if you're looking for something to help you with being more present, try yoga. It's not gonna, it's not gonna ruin you. There's one thing as well, one more thing before I finish that I want to add, and that is I've done a lot of different types of exercises and sports throughout my life. I'm 28 years old now, and I've boxed, done jiu-jitsu, I've played football, played rugby, I've done running, I've done circuit training, weight training, like heavyweight training, I've done swimming, there's a broad range of things, there's more than that. But one thing that yoga has got different to all of that other stuff, one main thing, is that I don't need to be mentally prepared or physically prepared to go to a yoga class. I can just turn up and it just happens automatically because I've got the guidance of a wonderful yoga instructor at the front of the class. And at any point during the class when I'm feeling like this is a bit too much for me, I can just get down into what they call child's pose, or I can sit down and have a little breather for a few seconds, and no one is looking at you and judging you. Everyone's looking at you like, yeah, it's hard, isn't it, mate? Rather than saying, look, that person can't really do it. There's no ego in a gym. There is ego in a gym, there's no ego in a yoga studio. I mean, maybe some gyms there's not as much ego, but not from my experience. So yeah, that's one of the big things for me, is that like I can say there's a class at 10 in the morning and for whatever reason I missed my alarm clock, or I didn't get up in time, I can wake up, roll out of bed, swig some water, jump in the car and turn up at yoga, and I have a great class. I don't have like I didn't have much energy for this class and I didn't feel like that for this class, because the whole feeling you had when you were walking in, if it wasn't a great feeling, it changes the moment the class starts. The moment the music comes on, the moment you do your breathing exercise at the beginning, or your OMs, or whatever it is that the teacher does for you to bring balance and to bring presence into you right now in this moment in this class, that just works wonders. And it's something that I've noticed only recently, that every time I need to go to yoga, I don't really have to plan it or think about it, I can just turn up. So maybe that's something that appeals to people, because often you don't feel like going for a run, or often you don't feel like going to the gym, or often you don't feel like doing anything. But getting to the yoga studio isn't that hard, and that feeling that you might have, I don't want to do this, it totally dissipates as soon as the class starts. So give yoga a try. My studio is Liverpool Yoga Studios. If you want to try it, your first class is free, totally free, no obligation. And if you do like the place, I think it's £30 for 30 days. They might have an extra offer on top of that as well, I'm not sure, but £30 for 30 days, unlimited classes, hot studio, non-hot studio, KOH circuit classes, spin classes, and they also are starting to do meditation classes as well. So give it a bash. I mean, go to your local yoga studio or go to the one I go to. You can come with me. Yeah, hope this helps you all out, and bid you all a wonderful start of the week, as it's Monday, the greatest day of the week for some, not for everyone. Take care and namaste, brothers and sisters.